Welcome to, of course, On the Ground, Real People, Real Issues. And today we are handling sexuality and the sexually transmitted infections and diseases. And today I'm at Nagru Teenage Information and Health Center. Well, like I said, it's a place that has stood out for HIV prevention and care and support, maternal health services, STI management, post-test clubs, and the likes. And just so you know that by the end of 2017, this center alone had 9,934 people who came to test for HIV and AIDS, and they were preferably youth and teenagers, and 131 turned out to be positive and were referred for care and treatment. And according to the statistics, youths knowing their HIV status increased from 40 to 80%. They doubled, and numbers reporting to have HIV test rose from 4% to 48%. It literally means this place has profoundly turned around the whole conversation of the youth with the HIV and AIDS. But the knowledge of STIs improved but remains low. And that's why we're here today. So we're going to have this conversation. Sebo, what's your name?
My name is Wabusa Keith.
Mu?
Wabusa Keith.
Wabusa Keith.
Yeah.
Now, are you from Kenya?
Quarterly from Kenya.
I felt it. I felt it. All right, let's start with a simple conversation. You as a youth,
Yes.
what do you know about STIs?
Me as Wabusa Keith, what I understand about STIs is that they are sexually transmitted infections.
Have you been a victim?
In one or the other, I've been one.
You've been. Okay, let's talk about how you actually brought it out. How did you bring it to light? And you talked with the doctor, and you're like, doctor.
Okay, you know, STIs are different. And knowing an STI, we were told that through the peer educators training, through conversation with counselors, we are told that inching around the genitals is one of the way you can tell that you have an STI. So when you go to the treatment room, while speaking to the doctor, you tell her or him that you tell her the signs.
You're even smiling. Why you ashamed when you're talking about this to the doctor?
Yeah, you know some things that you kind of feel shy speaking about them to someone older, but that environment inside there, you know that there is confidentiality, so you feel free to speak to the doctor about it.
Okay.
So
somehow you opened up.
Yeah, you open up. You tell her the signs, then she'll definitely know, because she was trained in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk to the young gentleman here. So how are you?
I'm fine. How are
You're fine. Hey, what's your name?
you? My name is Brian Sendeke.
Brian Sendege. How old are you?
14 years.
You're 14 years. Wow, this is impressive. We have a 14-year-old talking about the STIs and safety here. This is interesting. So, what's your opinion about STIs? Do you know STIs, Kwanzaa?
No, I don't.
You don't know STIs?
Yes.
Okay, they're sexually transmitted infections. Like when you sleep around, you mess up, and boom, things happen. Do you fear them?
Yes.
Now that you know them, how best do you protect yourselves from them? What information do you have about them that you can protect yourself from? Oh dear, he's a little shy. He's just 14 years of age, but he's getting stronger. Now let's have a conversation. How are you?
Fine.
We are fine. Now I won't even ask how old you are. Double in a pencil, we're no marker, because I hear pencil is the smaller one. This is marker, right? What's your name?
I'm Wonders Ruth Mugisha.
Pardon?
Wonders Ruth.
Wonders Grace.
Wonders Ruth.
Wonders Ruth Mugisha. Does that name fit on a job form?
Yes, it does.
All right, let's talk about STIs, especially for the females. How often and what challenges do you, the women, the young girls, the youth face in expressing about them to the doctors?
It's really hard, but then if you've gotten this challenge, you have to go to the doctor. If at all you've gotten signs like you're passing a smelly
Discharge?
smell discharge and some yellow discharge in your genitals, you have to go to the doctors and they will tell you these are STIs and they are transmitted through unprotected sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you practice safe sex, or are you you're Christian, eh?
No.
Well, there we have it. So come, we are having this conversation now. What's your name?
Kim da Kevin.
Kim da Kevin.
Yeah.
I didn't hear any botanical name there. You know, when you're watching TV, your OBs and OGs actually, they're watching you. They need to identify with you like, hey, that's my OB. So let's talk. What is your real name?
That's the real name.
Kim the Kevin.
Kim
That's
the
what your
Kevin.
dad gave you.
Yeah.
Are you Ugandans?
Yes.
All right, Kim the Kevin. What challenges do youth like you face when they want to talk to the doctors or to the counselors about what they face sexually?
Usually it's very hard because youth, we kind of have that thing. We do not want to tell old people what we're going through because we feel shy. We feel that they're going to, tell our parents, and of course that is trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, so that coming out to tell the doctor or any youth worker that you're going through something, it's very hard.
Okay.
So that's the greatest challenge actually.
For the youth to come out.
Yeah.
Now that we have the challenge there, people fear to come out and talk about the challenges like, hey, mama, you as a lady, would you attribute this to the parents? Is it the parents that they have not talked to us about sexuality in the first place? What causes this shyness to open up?
Yeah, I would attribute it to the parents because in most cases parents are not so free with their children, especially the African parents.
Like you are white, eh?
No, I'm not saying I'm white, but in Africa,
okay,
an African mother sitting down with a daughter and telling her about sexually transmitted diseases is very, very hard. So in most cases, young people get information from their friends, sometimes which is wrong.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but here at Naguru Teenage Center, young people are given, they are free, they open up, the doctors are good, the service providers are really youth friendly. Yeah.
Well, there you have it. She makes a very profound point there. Parents are a little bit tough. Like they even want you to Nenkusanga. Like this statement is quite heavy. I think we need to change the approach there per se. And we have a conversation. Hello, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
What's your name?
Naroga Mildred Passes.
Naroga Mildred
Passes.
Passes. The name's here. The Mavin. There was a wonder somewhere. All right, let's talk about sexuality. You as a young girl, you have peers, you have friends. What information do they share with you about sexuality or sexually transmitted infections?
Some of them don't know about it. They are unaware about it. So when you get to talk to them, they are blank about it. So I try my best to tell them about it, and then they also learn from me.
Okay. All right, let's talk about access to information. Now, you have access to information.
Yeah.
Access to information about STIs and UTIs and all that. How is someone who is not educated, someone who doesn't know about this information, how have you helped them to get this information? And Kwanzaa, before you tell me that, how do you have access to information about STIs and all that?
Actually, to me as a peer educator, it's very hard to open to someone, but you have to tell him or her what is all about the STI first. To me as a peer educator, because some of these youth, they are sexually active. So what I can do is maybe to encourage them to be using a condom, because you cannot stop them to use. Some are already sexually active, whereby you cannot limit. Yeah, we are. But now what you need to do to these young ones, you have to just encourage them, maybe like to use a condom, or like not to have sex. That's how you can avoid it.
As a peer educator, let's talk about the change in the sexual patterns. You deal with the youth and the teenagers. How would you do a situation analysis, Karen? Now that you've talked about condoms, when talk about condoms, I'm looking at the boys, the Marvins and the likes. How about the girl child?
Pardon, I have not yet got your question.
When we talk about sexuality, we are talking to the boy child and talk about condoms and the likes.
Yeah.
That is the approach you use. You're strong on that. How about the girl child? What do you talk to them about?
To a girl, I would encourage them maybe to have sex, because
not to have sex.
Yeah.
When they're sexually active.
No, if they are sexually active, I have to tell them what is all about the outcome, because we are going to end up having sex with someone who is infected.
Yeah, okay.
So when you maybe you have sex with someone who is already infected, whereby now you're going to get this STI,
of course,
and it's going to be a challenge to you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now that you've said that you want to tell this peer educator, I didn't get your name again.
I'm Brenda.
Brenda says she would tell the young girls not to have sex when they're sexually active. This is crazy. Brenda, I want you to tell me, what age are we looking at? What age is ideal for someone to start sex?
The age? This doesn't matter because we all have body. We have the way how we experience. I can do when maybe I'm young, but I'm sexually active. At around adolescent, that is 9 to 9.
Describe young. I need age. I need a
age.
particular age. Yes.
It's from 18. Yeah, and above.
Do you know we have girls who are active like around like 13 years? Marvin, have you seen some young girl like around 15 but she's acting like she's 24? I had that laughter. Come here, let's have a conversation. We are still talking about sexuality and we're at Nagru Teenage Information and Health Center. Good morning, Nyabu.
Good morning.
How ngoli munyivu chichi. All right, how are you? What's your name?
Daniela Irene Kiza.
Daniela Irene Kiza. Okay, we are talking about sexuality. Nengonyize nyochishi. Njale kuluma. Bane bampe fruits zanga umwekwa. Okay, talking about sexuality wano. Twagala tu mpa opinion yo ku bavubuka. Lwaki abavubuka bacyanyo okuvaayo ne bagamba abasawo nti musawo numizibwa oba musawo ninawe nalinya watali watuufu ng'embeera emutabuseeko. Biswaza.
Kisinziira ku muvubuka. Azinga wakugambye ntya kati olaba obulwadde obwo busu abamu bubaswaza okwogera mu basawo ababa balowooza bwe bagamba abasawo bajja agenda batambule mu mawodi wolimwe batandika ogamba akakawala kalina kino kalina kyova olaba abamu basirika ate abamu batya okumira eddagala kyova olaba basigaleyo mu bitundu byabwe abamu tebawuliriza gundi instructions ebabalagirira kyova olaba abamu bakola ki
batufanako
byebyo
mumuwulidde. What is your name again?
Daniela Irene Kiza.
Daniela Irene Kiza bali mumumpere fruits zange bagenda kunkolerako wali eri tusigale nga tuli bakakamu. Well, she says there is still an issue of someone being shy and they don't really think that the confidentiality they share with the doctors in the room that they are not sure this information won't go around. They're scared. They're like, when the doctors go around, they're like, oh that one is sick, oh that one is sick, that one is sick. So this actually brings a lot of problem. Sebo, let's have a talk. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
What's your name?
I'm Makosia Gilbert.
Makosia, at least I have a name that is only, there are two names now here. One name with Botanica and, okay. We're talking about sexuality here. As a youth and someone dealing with this center, how do you access information? And do you really have access to information?
Yes, I have access to information.
How?
Me as a youth at Naguru Teenage Center, I can talk to the different counselors and doctors, and we also carry out what we call outreaches. We go to different regions and talk to people, supply condoms and readable materials with all the information.
That's all. And how do you expect a youth omuvubuko wa wansi atamanyi kusoma kwagamba atamanyi na luzungu nenga aliyo nenga ali myaka jo information enasoba gifuna atya?
Oyo aliyo nga tamanyi kusoma tugenda ne by explaining ne twogera nabo ne tubirambulula byonna n'ebyokukozesa ne tubalaga engeri y'obikozesa byonna.
Okay, now that makes a lot of sense. There you have it. He says they try to reach out to the youth actually who don't understand Luganda, rather English, and those who have no access to information, like to this center. Sebo. Come on. Good morning, Sebo.
Good morning.
How are you? What's your name?
My name is Senoga Christopher.
Senoga Christopher.
Yes.
We are talking about STIs. Have you been a victim before?
Well, I would say that maybe once I was a victim, but now since Naguru came in,
you're now better.
I'm better than that since I know where to go in case.
Let's talk about your experience during when you were a victim. How did you feel about coming out and you tell a doctor that, hey, I have a problem? Was it easy for you? Did you first talk to someone at home, as someone within your support structure, to give you the confidence to come out and you tell a doctor,
that day, actually, that first experience was really tough because, I didn't know something about that, but I was feeling some, some pain, such kind of itches around. So sharing with my friends, I thought at her, because it's part of my privacy, you know. So, but when I tried to share with one of my friends, he told me that, you know what, you should go to Nagutin Education Center to seek out for information and medication about the sickness that you have. Well, I also came here. But another thing was that, as if the other one was not, you know, easy that much. But meeting the doctor, you know, to explain, you know, doctor, I feel something, you know, around my private part, you know, it's like this. It was really, really, really tough, you know, I mean, hard for me. Okay. But I gained courage, and then I explained, and then I was like, how does it feel like, so, but that was it, you know, and at the end of the day, I end up actually explained to the doctor, and then she gave me medication, which was
well. There you have it. Yes. He explains it far much more better. But just to let you know that by the end of 2017, we're just like 5 months past last year. This center had 9,934 visits. Youth who came and tested for the HIV and AIDS, and 131 they were positive, and they were referred for care and treatment, and they're actually being monitored by this very center. And just so you know, youth knowing their HIV status increased from 40% to 80%, courtesy of this center around Kampala and beyond. And numbers reporting to test for those with HIV and AIDS STIs, they rose from 4% to 48%. Now that's a very profound figure. And on a daily, this center gets 3 to 8 visits, youth who actually come to test and ask information about sexuality. So let's talk about what is the first question you come with? No, I had you already. Come, let's talk. Come, let's talk. How are you?
I'm okay.
What's your name? No, you're scared. Don't be. Don't be. Calm down. Calm down. Okay. What's your name?
Winnie.
Winnie. Okay, now Winnie, let's talk about this. What is the first question you come with when you come to such a center?
My first question was about HIV. Kati when nagendayo nemubuza ne testing ebyange nga sirina nembeera nga ndi happy.
Nobeera ng'oli happy. Mbeera ki kwagabuzibu ki bwe musinga okusanga nga mutuuse waneeno nga kwagamba tonnayingira kasenge ako? Obwongo bubeera butambula butya? Odduka oba otya? Obeera mu mbeera ki?
Nze I trust myself era ngendayo nga seetu.
Trust yourself biki? Tuka okujjokebera nga naawe obadde omanyi. Okay.
Nzabira nga najja ku mama wange ninyagala naye nze nga nze
Okay. Winnie, let's talk about knowledge and information. Information gy'ofunye wano ekukyusizza etya ggwe ng'omuvubuka?
Information gyenfunye okubeera kale nga tewegabagaba buli abavubuka gw'osanga n'akugamba kino gamba no leka kwekoza buli lwakuba ngambye kino ndabe lwakuba oba musawo akola wano ajja kuba ayina ssente.
That is a good thing. That's a very good thing. Are you a peer educator? Nyabo jangu tunyumya muje baliko nyabo. Bakuyitaano.
Amanya gange bamta Aisha Nasozi.
Aisha Nasozi. Gwe ngaabeera no ku center waneeno information ene egenda bavubuka n'etambula bwekyo time and again. Gwe ng'omuntu kwegamba oyinza kirating otya?
The information ya wane ya Nagutin Center since nga nkolera ane era ndi peer educator. So services zonna aba teenagers ze bafuna zenkola kuba nabali positive. So information ena gye bafuna nno ku Naguru nsubira ebayamba ate era bagifunamu nnyo. Since ndi empowered, I also have to empower my youths who are HIV positive. So kinkakatako okubeera nti mbabuulira buli kimu kye tuba tufunye waneeno. Information yonna gye tuba tufunye waneeno ku Teenage Center kuba ekituufu sijja kulemba Naguru Teenage Center ekyusizza nnyo abaana bangi.
Okay, there you have it. She says Naguru Teenage Center has done a profound job when it comes to improving the youth and giving them enough information. Brenda, now that you're a peer educator, what worries do the youth walk in here? Are they worried that they're HIV positive? Are they worried that they're pregnant at an early age? What kind of worry do they walk in here with?
Me as a peer educator, because when these young ones meet us, when most of us we are in the same age, so we share the same information. When I'm talking to this young girl, maybe she's like my age mate, like a teenage pregnancy. I'm pregnant, but my mother is going to say like this. I have to share enough with her because I have some experience. Yes.
All right. Do you have any success story that are registered after the youth have walked in here and but say they have either their teenage pregnancy or they are HIV positive? Do they still come back? Do they come back and they're like, oh, I came here when I was in this state and here I am?
Yeah, they always come back because we as Naguru, like as peer educators, actually in Naguru, we have youth-friendly service. We are so much welcoming, and actually this place makes them to be comfortable because we know how we talk to them, and they always listen to us because there is how you welcome. It's like making a business. You have to be welcoming. How do you handle this situation? We don't just shout at them because this is personally. Today it is you, and tomorrow it will be me.
Okay, let's talk about the parents.
Yeah.
Do the parents walk in here with some children, obana abavubuka, abana aba teenagers? Babaleta mumbera anti babalemerede. Do they come with them like, oh, now this is a gone case, Andre is a mess, bring him here just to, what kind of attitude do the parents walk in here with their children if they actually walk in?
Yeah, some parents come in with their young ones, with their children, because catching all those ones who are HIVs, of course they have to give them company. To the girl or a boy who is around maybe 7 or 6 years, they have to give them company. How you're going to handle this child or this boy.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, there you have it. Let me have this gentleman here now, Kwanzaa. Does your parents or do your parents know that you actually come to this center?
Yes, they do.
And did they walk you here or you just came voluntarily?
I came voluntarily.
Yes. And have you shared with your parents about this? And have you seen some parents come with their children here? And what kind of beatitudes did they have?
Yeah, I have. There are some parents who come in. Some, it's, the attitude is not that good.
Describe the attitude.
It's
rough, they are angered.
Angered, maybe because they think their children made mistakes or something like that, ruined their lives. But some others actually come with a very nice attitude to help out their children, to receive the proper health services that they're supposed to.
Okay. Yeah. Now let's talk. Now that we're talking about information, does Nagru Information Teenage Center have outreaches to schools where they go and engage the youth in the schools? And when you reach out and you find these children there, do you attach them to this center that they can come through?
Yes, we actually do. We have outreaches to different schools. We refer them here for the proper medical health services that they require. And most of them actually come in and receive the medication. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. We are still at Nagru Teenage Information and Health Center. It's interesting here. We are having a lot of information. The youth out there, if you're actually watching NTV, I'm telling you, you can actually have much more information to the hospital that is close to you. They have what they call the youth corner. All you need to do is to go to that hospital and find the youth corner. They say Nagru Teenage Center deals with all the hospitals countrywide. Just go to the youth corner. You'll find someone with your age, someone who can actually talk to you about your sexual problem without you saying, someone is going to judge me or something of the sort. Now that you have this information, now that you know the repercussions, what challenges do you feel, besides the youth being shy, what challenges are the youth facing sexually?
Challenges, most of the challenges are just within the youth themselves, because they know that these things happen. Some of them know that these things happen, but they don't want really to access these things from where they're supposed to be accessed from. And sometimes they know that Nagru Teenage Center is there, but they really don't want to come because they have that fear. So if you are told you remove fear from yourself, you will be able to access everything, access every information, access every service that Nagru Information Health Center has. So you'll be in position to come and then talk to the doctor, because our Wasawos are very welcoming and they are here to listen to each and every problem, because they are basically taught in that manner, to come and serve the young people. So if I told the young people they're just there and then they start fearing around because they don't want to talk about their issues that are really affecting them, it will really put them at an end,
Okay. There you go. Let me talk to this one again. Now that you've been at Nagru Teenage Center, let's talk about the reach of Nagru Teenage Center. A youth watching this program in Abim district, in Nebi district, can they have the same information, access to information like you do here at Nagru Teenage Center? Oba just mukomano bino bya Kampala tebituka countrywide.
We have our toll-free line. that they are able to go through it, they can call on 0800 13 then 222.
Okay. What I'm talking about, does this information cut across? Can someone walk into a Beam referral hospital and get this information with a youth corner? Do the peers there know the same information you have here that they can share with them?
Actually, yes, they do.
Oh.
And this is got through Galaxy CSM.
Okay. And do we have peer educators actually who go to the schools and counsel this for? Do we have counselors who go to schools and in other institutions, or just you have to come here?
We've got counselors. They go out, have outreaches. Bagenda masomero. Just recently, Bali Bina. So they
like
give
what
them
school?
Bina Primary School.
Oh, well, that was good.
Yeah.
All right, there you have it. Countrywide, it is a big campaign. They say you actually can go to any hospital and you ask for the youth corner. Now, the youth corner has peer educators. It has people who are they're equipped with the entire information, what you need to know about your sexuality. It doesn't matter whether you're in Kamuli, you're in Abim, you're in Nebi, you're in Bushen, you're in Badara, you're in Rero, you're in Masaka. When you go to any hospital, search for a youth corner, ask for a youth corner. And they actually say that not only that, they equally have outreaches in schools. So if you're watching NTV today and you hear they're coming in your school, kindly engage them. Ask every other question you have. So they can also?
They can also invite us. The schools themselves can also organize and then call the counselors, a team from Naguru, to come and talk to their young people about sexually reproductive.
Perfect. And you can follow them on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, isn't it?
Yes.
That is Naguru Teenage Center. But just so you know, Mala, from what I'm collecting here is we have a lot of shyness and parents being a little more tough to the students and the youth, basically, and the teenagers at home. The warnings and the harsh treatment and the way parents brand sexuality, it makes it hard for the kids or the teenagers or the youth to open up. Now, this becomes a little much more hard. If we could have that, it would be much more easier. Then, the youth are not sure. The people handling their issues of sexuality in the hospitals, they are confident enough. Some people, they look like they have too much lugam. You're like, hi, should I tell? So there is that fear as well. That's what I'm having here.
But I'm actually happy that you're having this conversation, and I'm happy that in every single hospital, they're now, putting into perspective the issue of, teenagers need to be informed about this, and we have youth centers in every single hospital. That's a good stride that you're making as Uganda, yeah. So when we come back after this short break, we'll be having Dr. Ayo James, who will be speaking to us about, this STIs. It's not just HIV, but STIs and STDs. There are many other, independent diseases and infections that come through sexually, intimacy. If you're sexually intimate, if you're in the reproductive age, this is what you need to know. And so we'll be coming with all that information and the solutions after this break.